Gervonta Davis leaned back from the microphone, a slow grin creeping across his face, radiating the quiet confidence of a man who's been here before. "You know what I come to do, man," the reigning WBA lightweight champion said. "You know why I'm here. I don't want to say too much. His mother is over there in the corner. Got to keep it polite, but y'all know, fireworks." The words were familiar, the same brand of understated menace he's delivered at press conferences time and again. Yet, inside the Barclays Center atrium on Thursday afternoon, his presence still sent an unmistakable ripple through the room. Because when Davis speaks, history suggests he means business. 30 fights, 30 wins, 28 knockouts. World titles at 130, 135, and 140 pounds, with sold-out arenas coast to coast. The Baltimore southpaw known as Tank isn't just a dominant champion, he's one of boxing's few remaining bankable stars. Fans don't just tune in to see him win. They pay to witness how he finishes the job. On Saturday night in Brooklyn, Davis looks to add another name to his ledger when he defends his lightweight crown against Lamont Roach Jr., a super featherweight champion moving up in pursuit of a seismic upset. Roach, granted special permission to keep his 130-pound title while challenging Davis at 135, sees this as a once-in-a-lifetime chance to shake up the sport. "I'm here to boogie," he declared Thursday. "I got a big tool bag, and I'm bringing everything in it." The 29-year-old Washington, D.C. native is a technically sound fighter with quick hands and an extensive amateur background. Since suffering his only professional loss to Jamel Herring in 2019, he's won 6 straight, including an upset over Hector Luis Garcia to claim his first world title last year. But the jump in both weight and competition level has left most observers skeptical. The oddsmakers reflect that sentiment, placing Davis as an overwhelming 1-20 favorite. For Davis, this fight is less about proving anything and more about putting on another show. Another packed arena, another main event, another lucrative payday, this time on Amazon Prime's emerging pay-per-view platform. The $79.95 price tag won't deter fans. Barclays Center will be buzzing, waiting for the moment Tank finds his opening and shuts the lights off. That's the expectation. The real intrigue, however, isn't about Saturday, it's about what comes next. Even as Davis engaged in the usual pre-fight banter with Roach, the wider boxing conversation remained fixated on when he'll finally face one of the division's elite names: Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, or Shakur Stevenson. It's a question that has lingered over his career for years, with no clear answer in sight. When Stevenson recently called him out, urging Davis to make the biggest fight in boxing, following his own lackluster win over Josh Padley, Tank's response was open ridicule. Yet even his most loyal supporters are growing impatient, especially as he's begun hinting at retirement with increasing frequency. Davis has delivered knockout after knockout, but has he had the defining moment that cements a fighter's legacy? The kind of win that silences doubters and etches his name among the greats. His 2023 stoppage of a depleted Ryan Garcia was the closest he's come. But beyond that, none of his 12 opponents since winning his first world title have been seen as legitimate threats. This weekend's fight against Roach feels like another chapter in the same story. A showcase, a spectacle, another payday. The outcome is widely assumed, the stakes minimal. Tank won't be remembered for dispatching another overmatched challenger. He'll be remembered for the fight he hasn't taken yet. And that's why Saturday feels like a stepping stone. The stacked pay-per-view card, including Jose Valenzuela defending his WBA junior welterweight title against Gary Anchuan Russell and Alberto Puello putting his WBC 140-pound belt on the line against Sandor Martin, will serve as a lead into the real conversation. The night belongs to Davis, but every punch, every highlight will only reinforce the question he can't escape. Davis knows Barclays well. This will be his 4th fight at the arena, but his first in nearly 3 years. The last time, he knocked out Rolly Romero in 6 rounds, breaking the venue's Live Gate record before a celebrity-studded crowd that included Madonna. His first appearance, back in 2017, saw him claim his first world title with a 7th-round stoppage of Jose Pedraza. It's a building that has played a major role in his rise, one he now calls a second home. At 30, Davis says he wants to be more active in 2025. After fighting just once last year following a failed Lomachenko negotiation, His goal is to step into the ring 3 times this year, a frequency he hasn't maintained since 2019. That's an encouraging plan. But activity alone won't define his career. Legacy will. And if he wants to be remembered as one of the all-time greats, he'll need to take a fight that truly matters. So far, Davis's brilliance inside the ring has been enough to overshadow a troubling history outside of it, a string of legal issues including multiple assault arrests, a hit-and-run that left 4 people hospitalized, including a pregnant woman, and an arrest just days before a fight for allegedly striking a woman who was heard in a 911 call pleading for her life. None of it has derailed his star power. With career earnings exceeding $65 million, he's one of the few top-tier boxers able to resist the financial lure of Saudi Arabia, which has rapidly become the sport's epicenter. When Roach was asked Thursday whether his belief in pulling the upset was misplaced, his voice rose in frustration. "What am I supposed to say when they ask me questions? What am I supposed to say? Oh, he's going to knock me out. I'm going to say what I got to say. I know what I can do." Davis just smirked, cutting him off mid-sentence with condescension. "You bring your mother," he said, cracking a knowing grin. Maybe Roach will shock the world. Maybe Saturday will be tougher than expected, and Ms. Roach will have the last laugh. But the real fight isn't this weekend. It's the one waiting beyond the horizon, whenever Davis decides he's ready.